Yes. Yeah. It was yesterday.
Wow.
Khalsa Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
At the inauguration of Khalsa Aid's first acquired facility in Canada, this is an incredible moment. First and foremost, I would like to begin by just congratulating the entire Khalsa Aid team. I have literally seen Pinky Auntie Verinder Korkuman here, the director of Khalsa Aid Manitoba. I've seen her from a long time. This space went from her basement, us gathering there, meeting there, collecting there, to now having our own facility. So congratulations to the entire Khalsa Aid team. So to begin, for those who may not be as familiar with Khalsa Aid or may, just want to get an idea of who Khalsa Aid is, we're going to play an introductory video. So we'll start with that, and Mo, if you could cue that up.
Based on the Sikhi principle, to recognize the whole human race as one, Khalsa Aid Canada is a humanitarian relief organization that has delivered aid across the nation, from coast to coast to coast. Active in doing seva, selfless service, in Canada since 2017, we are 100% volunteer-driven. Our seva is diverse and broad, from supporting local nonprofit organizations, providing aid during natural disasters, building partnerships and reconciliation with Indigenous communities, to helping settle new immigrants, refugees, and international students. As we are all aware, the cost of food and living has increased dramatically. To help support families and individuals facing food insecurity, Khalsa Aid teams across Canada partner and work with local food banks, shelters, and emergency services to maintain and replenish their inventory. We are also witnessing the effects of climate change across the globe. From wildfires and floods to snowstorms and tornadoes, extreme weather conditions are affecting the everyday life of Canadians. Nos équipes régionales s'activent immédiatement et s'efforcent de répondre à ces situations catastrophiques en apportant une aide humanitaire aux personnes et communautés affectées. Nous travaillons également avec des organisations et des gouvernements locaux pour aider à soutenir la reconstruction. We've had the honor to partner with numerous Indigenous communities, working with them to provide items such as food, water, clothing, school supplies, and other necessities. Teams across Canada strive to support the residents of the country and international students through direct aid, educational seminars, referrals to community partners, and other support services. It can be daunting when arriving to a new country, and we strive to ensure they can succeed in Canada. In addition to our work here in Canada, volunteers are also activated at a moment's notice to travel to different parts of the world affected by civil conflict and natural disasters. Just in the last 2 years, volunteers have served in Poland for Ukrainian refugees and in Turkey for those impacted by the earthquake. Our volunteers are our heroes, and Khalsa Aid Canada would not be able to exist without their dedication and commitment to seva. Peu importe où et comment Khalsa Aid fournit du secours humanitaire, nous sommes convaincus de soutenir nos communautés de la meilleure façon possible. We hold our ethos to recognize the whole human race as one to the highest regard as we continue to strive in our seva.
For those who may not know, we actually do have a few individuals who are on the Khalsa Aid team in Manitoba who also traveled over to Poland and Turkey. So can we just acknowledge and recognize those individuals who really went to war-torn countries and truly, they're in this room with us today, so it goes to show any of us can really step out of our comfort zone and for the sake of Seva do something good. So can we get a round of applause for those? I would now like to call up our very own Pinky Auntie, Verinder Kaur Kumman, the Director of Khalsa Aid Manitoba.
I'm still in the rules now. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa.
Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
I would like to thank everyone for joining us for the inauguration of our office opening. I would especially like to thank our elected officials, community leaders, Khalsa Aid Canada team members, and Sangat for supporting us today. The opening of this facility here in Winnipeg will allow Khalsa Aid to expand our seva for those in need. As many of you know, the Sikh community has been an integral part of Winnipeg and Manitoba for many, many years. I'm personally humbled that we have been able to acquire this facility. It will allow us to continue our work in tackling poverty, food insecurity, as well as the various floods and fires we see nowadays quite a bit. While we have been enriched by the increase in international students, many of them have struggled to settle and study in Canada. This facility will allow us to provide them with student orientation and other help. This place will also allow us to hold workshops in mental health, better health living, career development, addiction reduction, and to train our volunteers for the complicated challenges we face as aid workers. Even though this Khalsa Aid's first purchased facility in Canada, please consider this your own space too. We have always been comforted by our partnership with local charities and hope this growth for us will help them further. Before I close my few words, I would like to thank our Winnipeg team and all the volunteers from Khalsa Aid. They are some you can see their faces, some you don't even see their faces, but they are working tirelessly behind all the time. There are many young kids that were here all day yesterday doing all the seva, and I don't even see their faces right now. So there are many, and my heart goes and my salute to those volunteers that work tirelessly without thinking about any recognition. Now, for this Jakarta, I welcome our GTA team and GTA volunteers at this moment. And I will have a party for 3 minutes, but एक जगारा साड़ी GTA the volunteers the team ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀ inauguration ਸੀ we had to do and we decided in just a week of time because our own team and our volunteers were here from GTA for a wedding, and we thought we can't have Ravi Paji here, he was busy for like 3 months. We can't have Jitinder Paji, he had some family sickness in the family. So we thought our own GTA team who work as tirelessly as anybody else. So we'll have this place opened, and we will be humbled to do that with our partners in GTA. I have just a couple of announcements. Today, in celebrating this place, Sikh Society of Manitoba, Sikh Society has been our base from day one. Although every Gurukar has supported us, and we have everybody from all Gurukars at this time sitting with us, but that was one Gurdwara, one Gurukar that we started our seva with. And in that, for that matter, they just donated $11,000 today to start with. The second is our Sikh Motorcycle Club. You'll see them there. They also decided, if you know, they did a Canadian diabetes ride just last month, and they decided they're going to do another one, and they're announcing it today for Khalsa Aid International. They're going to do a ride, and all the donations will go to all the way. And the last but not the least, we have today celebrating this opening ceremony, and for that matter, we have 100 hygiene and care packages being donated today to women's shelters. To say a few words before we invite our officials on the podium. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की संगत, सारी संगत एक बारी फिर बहुत दिलों धन्यवाद, एंड सारे कोल शब्द नहीं कि जिस ਤੁਹਾਡਾ धन्यवाद करिए कि तुसी कितनी सपोर्ट करते हो. We have so many here, Raj and everybody here, they're sitting with us, and I can't name everyone here, but there's so many. Diljeet Virji, Devi Sharma, so many of you guys are here that have always stood beside us, and salute to you guys. Thank you for that. And Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru.
Now, before we do move forward, I would just like to do our land acknowledgement. We would like to acknowledge that we are on Treaty 1 territory, and that the land on which we gather today is the traditional territory of Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji Cree, Dakota, and Dene peoples, and the homeland of the Métis Nation. Land acknowledgement should be a hard reminder of the ongoing work that needs to be done. Reconciliation with the Indigenous peoples of Canada is our collective responsibility, and we must not treat it like a buzzword. What it truly means is the full implementation of the 94 calls to action set forth by the Truth and Reconciliation Commissions of Canada to begin this process. It also includes the utmost respect for the United Nations declarations on the rights of Indigenous peoples and its full adoption at all the levels of government and within the justice system. It is legitimizing and participating in a national movement encompassing all social justice movements, such as environmental rights, indigenous sovereignty, and tackling social and economic inequality. Sikh gurus instructed us to be sovereign beings, and in doing so, we can't undermine the sovereignty of our Indigenous brothers and sisters. Now, we will move forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Benji, for the recognition of the land. I think it's a really important step for all Canadians to recognize that Treaty 1, and especially in Toronto, this is something a tradition that has started, but we don't do enough. First off, I do want to recognize the states. I want to thank Apne Benji. You've done a tremendous job with setting up Khalsa Aid. I don't know if you guys know, but Khalsa Aid Winnipeg is the first Khalsa Aid team in all of Canada. It was established through that same principle that every Gurdwara has, every Sikh has in their heart, and that is to do seva, to do Simran, to read Vani. Khalsa Aid is the extension to the Sikh community for seva. It is a recognized organization that wherever Khalsa Aid will go, it will provide some sort of humanitarian support. Whether it's in Haiti, where Jushin had recently gone, even though Haiti itself was war-torn, even though there was gang violence, which Jushin was caught in, even in such extreme environments, we recognize that there was a need to go provide support to the people of Haiti, because we have a long relationship with providing support in Haiti. There are 10 orphanages that we provide regular support to. Through Africa, through Latin America, through the Middle East, all across Punjab, all across India, throughout different areas of Europe and in Canada. Most recent major projects have been with wildfires, providing any type of support right now. I'm not sure if you're following our social media. Out in Kelowna, Jasbir Paji is doing a wonderful job in providing support to the frontline workers, providing support to the hospitals, providing support to those who are being evacuated from their homes. Out in Maui, we have a team there right now actively providing support to those who are affected by the fires. We all recognize that our world is changing. And in order to adapt in this new change, the Sikh community has stood up, and it has provided, and it has accepted that challenge, that we will provide the support that we can through our community. Khalsa Aid has been a leader when it comes to providing the support internationally, and we are so proud of the support that we get from the Sangha. It is something that, it is unbelievable. It is beyond words to express the support that the Sangha gives. And it's one of these things that we say it often, but maybe we say it in a way that maybe doesn't sound, it sounds more like a buzzword, but truly our volunteers are our heroes. If there are no volunteers in Khalsa Aid, there is no Khalsa Aid. It's that simple. I also want to recognize our GTA team. To be honest, these guys, they always put me in the front. I have no idea why. They put me in the front. I think I have the gray beard, so like, don't get out. But it's these guys who run our Toronto team. Gursevik, Gurminder, Jashin, Jagdeep, Gurpreet. These are the guys that run it. If you guys can stand up, I would love to give you some recognition. Jagdeep, Prince, and Harman, and Gurpreet, thank you for coming in very, very late. I also want to recognize our Winnipeg team, because you guys are the ones who are going to be leading all the seva from this facility. Really, this is just a facility, but it is the Sikh community, it is the volunteers, it is the Sikh spirit, it is that love for seva, it is that love for Naam, that love for Bani. You know, one of the things that we always, these guys have heard me repeat this over and over again, so I do apologize too, but for everyone else, everyone asks, why do you guys do what you do? What is your purpose? Why do Sikhs do so much seva in the community? And it's purpose. It is purpose that drives us. Every evening, every Sikh reads, Bay Prophet Manag Dehoriya, Gobind Manan Ki Aid Teri Badiya. It is a reminder from Guru Gobind Arjan Dev Ji, why are you here? You are here to explore the greatness of life through Naam, finding that connection, meeting that one creator, that enlightener, the creator of the universe, that Gobind, the master of the universe. That is our purpose. And through Sikh history, there have been many examples of what does it mean to recite Naam? What does it mean to recite Bani? Bani is our scriptures, for those who don't know. Bani is our Guru's Bani, which means our Guru's scriptures, our Guru's writings. We believe that our Guru's writings is the path to enlightenment. So, Bay Prophet Manag Dehoriya, Gobind Manan Ki Aid Teri Badiya, and then near the end of the Shabad, it talks more about doing seva. Seva is a buzzword again that we use quite frequently in our community, which is to serve. But there are many different types of services. There's a type of service where you can just go and do a service so you can get recognition. But for a Sikh community, for a Sikh who is on a path to enlightenment, seva means to serve without any recognition. This is what drives us. This is what drives the Sikh community to serve everywhere it is. Even where we're not, we see a need for support. It is this need to serve. Because there's a famous story during Guru Gobind Singh Ji's time. It was a battle. It was a battle for our existence, the battle of Anandpur Sahib. During this battle, Bhai Kanhaiya Ji, a Sikh of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, he was in the battle. He wasn't a warrior. His simple role was to provide aid to those who had fallen. He wasn't just providing aid to the Sikh army, to the Khalsa army, he was providing aid even to the enemy. as he was giving water, bandages, and other ointments and things like that to save the lives of the enemy, our Sikh warriors, our Khalsa warriors, complained and said, we are battling for our life. We are battling for existence. Why is he giving this water? Why is he giving bandage? Why is he saving them? So Guru Gobind Singh Ji asked him in his darbar, Bhai Kanhaiya Ji, why are you doing this? Bhai Kanhaiya Ji, true to the spirit of Sikhi, and said, tell me in which person there isn't a God. Every face I see your face, Guru Gobind Singh Ji. I see that one spirit. This is the spirit of the Khalsa. This is the spirit of Seva. This is why we serve everyone. This is why we have recognized the whole human race as one. It is such a simple concept for us, but for sometimes it feels like we don't know how to explain it to others. Why do you serve? Why do you do this? Why do you keep a beard? Why do you do this? Why do you look the way you look? We do this because it is our purpose to be a Sikh. It is our purpose to meet Paramatma. It is our purpose to serve. It is our purpose to help. It is our purpose to bring up a good family, to create a strong community, to create a strong province of Manitoba, to create a strong Canadian country. This is who we see ourselves as Sikhs. So, having said all that, I do want to thank Benji for being the leader in Canada, taking this forward and being the first established, first purchased, first base for Seva. The next 10 years, I promise you this place will double. In the next 20 years, I promise you there's going to be so much activity. We're going to go beyond Seva. This isn't just serving food and things like this. This will become a place where elderly folk can come, young kids can come. It'll be a place where a community can meet and heal. 1984 is something that many Sikhs, we are constantly remembering. We are still grieving, we are still feeling the effects of 1984. So we need a place. Gurdwara has been a place for us for a long time to grieve, but this is another facility. This is an expansion of our community. This is the success of our community. So I want to thank the Sangat, I want to thank the volunteers. Thank you so much. This is your place. Please take care of it. You carry the name of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. You are now carrying his message. You are now his examples, living examples here in Winnipeg. So thank you for that. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa.
That was incredible. It's so special to be in this space. With that being said, we will move forward to our dignitaries now. So I would like to call up the Honourable Kevin Lamoureux, Member of Parliament.
Thank you very much, and what a pleasure it is to be able to be here to witness such a very special moment in time. And I'm thinking, if I'm afforded the opportunity, what should I say to the group that's gathered here this morning? A grand opening of something of great significance. Khalsa Aid, we all understand, the first one in the country, is here home in Winnipeg. And I started to think of a guy by the name of Darshan Kela. We all know Darshan Kela. Back in 1988, I was first elected. And one of the first things I did, because of Dr. Gulzar Chima, is I went to Sikh Society. And I met individuals like Hakam Singh Joel. And I started to be acquainted about what Sikhism is all about. The reason why I say Darshan Kela is because shortly after that, it was a minority government. You're panicking, and you all know about minority governments in falling time. I'm concerned. I wasn't a very wealthy person. And I approached Darshan and says, well, I have to raise money. He reaches in his pocket and pulls out $300. $300 back in 88, that's a lot of money. Inflation nowadays. And he gave the money. No questions asked. And what I found is Seva and the contributions that the Sikh faith community has done is really second to no other community that I'm aware of. And I've been doing this now, as I say, 88, for decades now. I have witnessed it firsthand. I can't speak Punjabi, so I don't read the Quran, but I have many friends. Individuals, like I mentioned, Hakam Singh, Joel, Darshan Brar, very Mohinder Panu, the late, individuals that understood the Holy Book and shared their knowledge with me. I feel very comfortable with the Sikhism as a faith because I see firsthand the sense of equality. I've gone to Gurdwaras, whether it's in BC, Toronto, all over the Punjab, including obviously the Golden Temple. And you feel very comfortable because you're made to feel comfortable. The human race is one that is so true. When we sit in the Gurdwara, we sit as equals. There's langar that's served. You know, the Golden Temple, what is it? Cindy, 60,000, no, closer to 100,000 people a day. The generosity of the community. You talk to individuals in the Sikh community that are doing well economically, even those that are not doing well, what you will find is they will attribute it to their faith, and they want to do good deeds. You don't have to be of Sikh faith to recognize that. The community has contributed so much, not only from an economic perspective, but from a societal perspective, of a humanitarian perspective. Canada has been blessed as a nation, no matter where you go in Canada. Last week I was up in the Yukon, met international students, met entrepreneurs, individuals that have been there for 30 years to those that have been there for 2 weeks. From the north, from coast to coast to coast, the community is growing. That sense of seva is not only within the community, but it goes into the broader community. I applaud the actions of all those, and I think everyone's wearing a button as a member of the executive team. I recognize you for what it is that you're doing. I applaud your actions. On behalf of the federal government and all political stripes, we commend you in terms of what it is that you do as an organization. And for those that volunteer, you have my personal gratitude for the wonderful work that you do to make all of our homes and our communities and neighborhoods a better place to live. Thank you very much.
It is this need to serve. Because there's a famous story during Guru Gobind Singh Ji's time.
Thank you so much. Now we will be having the Honorable Andrew Smith, MLA for Lajimodier and Minister of Municipal Relations, along with Honorable Bowie Khan, MLA for Fort White and Minister of Culture, Heritage, Tourism and Sport, coming up next.
Sat Sri Akal. I'm Andrew Smith, Minister of Municipal Relations and MLA for Lajimodier. I'm with Minister Abi Khan, the Minister of Sport, Culture and Heritage. And we're just so pleased to be here this morning, or this afternoon now, to witness the very first physical location for Khalsa Aid. I know it was about 2018 or 2019, Ravi Singh, who is the founder and CEO of the organization, visited Winnipeg. And I remember I met him and I actually had the tremendous honor of giving him a tour of the Manitoba Legislative Assembly. And I saw the energy, the passion, and dedication in that man. And you can see it passed down right through to every local level of Khalsa Aid, including here in Winnipeg. And that's a testament to it today. Winnipeg being the center of Canada, not Toronto. Winnipeg, the center of Canada. We have absolutely, that to see this happen here in Winnipeg. You know, I think in 2018 or 2019, I believe, when Ravi Singh had visited, I don't know that even he understood what was to come. All the disruption that we're seeing in this world right now, the wildfires, and our hearts and prayers go out to all the folks dealing with that. the unfortunate war in Ukraine, and we see that Khalsa Aid is there helping people on the ground. So God bless every single one of you. God bless the Khalsa Aid folks here, and everyone who's made this possible, who works on it, and those who will be added to the team. You know, folks will come along and start helping out as this grows. You're going to get more and more volunteers. So God bless every one of you. In a world that's so disruptive, Khalsa Aid is an island of stability. It's a stabilizing force here in our society. So thank you. Sat Sri Akal.
So I'll keep my comments very short for a politician, surprisingly. All I'll say is I've only been in this role for a year and a half, and I have never felt more welcome than when I attend these functions. When I go to a Gurdwara on Sunday for Langar, I have never been so openly welcomed with open arms by this community. Everyone knows I'm Punjabi, I'm from Pakistan, and yet the love that I feel is immense. And the love that you are doing in the community, in the world, is absolutely, you can't put words to it. I have nothing further to say other than echo the comments GTA and Auntie and Uncle and everyone else has said. The work you are doing here is making massive ripple effects in this entire province, this country, and this world. When you said this is going to be doubled in 10 years, I would beg to differ and say this will be doubled in 5 years, if not sooner than that. There's no community that has more, yes. There is no community that is more recognizable than the Sikh community. The pride you wear with your turbans, your beard, your women, and the seva that you do. It is the most recognized thing in any country, any city you go to. And I'm just honored and so proud that you let me say a few words and be involved in this community. It is one of the most humbling moments of my life. Thank you all very much. Keep up the good work.
Speaker of Council, along with City Councillor Marcus Chambers. She will be speaking on behalf of the city. And we would also like to thank Councillor Sharma for always supporting Khalsa Aid. She has been truly a day one supporter, so thank you, Councillor Sharma.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ It is my pleasure to join you all today along with my colleague Councillor Marcus Chambers. We've both been a part of Khalsa Aid's initiatives for many years since the beginning when it was launched here in Manitoba, the Manitoba chapter, and we've seen the direct impact to Manitoba families. The support has been tremendous over the years. And now with this facility, the Manitoba chapter will be able to expand their reach and undertake seva to the community more efficiently by having this home base in central Winnipeg. I had the pleasure of visiting this facility on April 30th when Khalsa Aid volunteers received the keys. And it was such beautiful energy that day that we came here for the first time, and the same energy we have today with all of you. It was that initial walkthrough. There was much work to be done in here, and it's amazing in the short time how they've transformed the space into what we see here today to meet their needs. When Khalsa Aid began the Manitoba chapter, it was several years back, and we witnessed that passion, the dedication, and the leadership that it takes to bring people together. There's many people that have made this possible over the years. And it's because of your tremendous support, Manitoba families have been helped with shelter, with food security, and the valuable winter clothing drives for our international students. The volunteers of Khalsa Aid, we've heard, they are outstanding across the globe, and our Manitoba volunteers are second to none. And that person that has brought everyone together for the Manitoba chapter with such passion and such humility is Benji Pinky Goodman. Wherever she is, her husband's there with her, and I see their two daughters. It's a family affair, but it becomes a community affair. because it's the kind of people they are, and your leadership has been tremendous. Thank you for bringing me along for the journey, and so many of us. Khalsa Aid's support during the pandemic was so very touching. Essential grocery items were handed out from the Punjab Cultural Centre, and I remember the huge lineups we had there. People came by foot, they came by bus, and of course they came by car to seek the assistance they needed in that trying time. We're so grateful for everything you've done. I want to congratulate the entire community. ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਸਾਡੀ ਮੈਨੀਟੋਬਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਏਡ ਨੇ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੋਈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੋਈ, ਇੱਕ ਬੰਦੇ ਤੋਂ ਅਲੱਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਇਹ ਕੰਮ। So I want to thank ਸਾਰੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਘਰ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ, ਇੱਕ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ, and the Sikh society definitely has been there from the very beginning. So ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧਾਈ, congratulations, and we'll be with you every step of the way in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Sharma. I'd just like to say a few words. Many of you that know me know that my father is a retired pastor. I could probably be up here all day, but I'm going to keep my remarks short. Since my involvement with Khalsa Aid, and certainly during the pandemic, I saw and witnessed the humanitarianism that Khalsa Aid provides to members of our community. And I want to thank you for your altruism, for your kindness, for your support of our community. It's truly something that all other communities need to recognize and exemplify through their actions as well. You're making a definite difference here in the city of Winnipeg, and I thank you for that. You purchased this building, but it's you as individuals that have brought this building to life. And I know that the work that you'll continue to do in this building will help so many that are struggling here in our city. So thank you very much. The city of Winnipeg is poised to be accepting 500 families that have been evacuated and displaced through the fires in northern Canada, the Yukon and Northwest Territories. They're coming here. We've been receiving, as councillors, emails all weekend about the plans to bring all of these individuals who are impacted by Mother Nature. I just got back yesterday morning from St. John's, Newfoundland, where I was involved in a conference and speaking with members of the same body that I'm part of, the Canadian Association of Police Governance, hearing from other cities. Halifax, for instance, went through earlier this year fires at the beginning of the season, and now they're going through floods with all of the changes to our climate and the severe weather that we've been experiencing as a result. And I dare to think, where would we be without organizations like Khalsa Aid that bring so much support to local communities? I shudder to think of that. So again, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. On behalf of His Worship, Mayor Scott Gillingham, and my council colleagues, thank you so much for what you do. It truly makes a difference.
Paul, Wabkanu, leader of the provincial NDP and MLA for Fort Rouge, Malaya Marcelino, MLA for Notre Dame, Mr. Mintu Sandhu, MLA for the Maples, and Mr. Liljit Brar, MLA for Burroughs.
And JD, okay, very good. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. A victory for the Khalsa. This is a victory. Congratulations on the building. Congratulations on opening the space. And thank you for all your work in the community. Our team is here with a spirit of gratitude, a spirit of thanks for everything that Khalsa Aid has been doing here in Winnipeg, here in Manitoba, and let's be honest, around the world. On a personal level, I was very humbled to have a chance to meet Ravi Singh when he was here at the Punjab Cultural Centre a few years ago, and just speaking to him briefly, I was very inspired at his motivation to help, the selflessness, the generosity, and certainly I have seen that spirit exemplified through the local chapter of Khalsa Aid time and time again, whether you're fundraising to help with natural disasters overseas, whether you're fundraising and donating here in the city to help with those in need here in Manitoba, we sincerely say thank you, thank you, thank you. I know there are many Canadian families right now going through a great challenge today with the wildfires in the Northwest Territories and in British Columbia. As we heard from Councillor Chambers, many of those folks are on their way to Winnipeg now, and I know that our city and province will greet them with open arms. And I really just think it's a tremendously opportune time for us to celebrate this opening, where you embody those universal human values of charity and support and forgiveness and embracing people during their time of need, at the same time that many in Manitoba are looking to embody those same values as well. So once again, congratulations. We're here to celebrate with you, but first of all, we want to say miigwech, merci, and thank you very much for all your good work.
And good afternoon, everyone. It truly is a very special day and moment to be here in this room with all of you. You know, as I'm listening to all of the speakers, my eyes are averted up here. Recognize the whole human race as one. And what keeps coming to mind for me is humanity, compassion, its service, its purpose. And that truly is what Sikhism, and it was said, I believe, by Mandy, the extension of Khalsa Aid is all about. You know, I reflect on this past February, I was in India, and my brother Sarb was actually with me, and we got to go to the Golden Temple, where over tens of thousands of people are served and fed throughout the day. And again, this is an example of Sikhism, the true example of it, and something we should be incredibly proud of. And I'm just so grateful to be brought up and be part of a community here with such big hearts, contributing to the entire world. So I want to congratulate all of you. I want to thank all of you so sincerely from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to all the Khalsa Aid volunteers, and I'm so excited to see what Khalsa Aid continues to turn into. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would also like to acknowledge we have school trustee Derek Dabby here. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting us. He's always been a true supporter of Khalsa Aid from the start, so thank you. And now we have another incredible video. We have two videos from two incredible faces you will definitely recognize. So Anmol, let's play those.
Head office and the warehouse in Winnipeg is now open around the world, but more so in Canada in the last few years. It's amazing how many chapters have opened up, and amazing volunteers. We can only do what we do because of volunteers, and our volunteer team in Winnipeg is just as amazing as the other Canadian volunteers, and together they built this amazing organization, Khalsa Aid Canada, across Canada. So today, Winnipeg is a historic day. Thank you very much for all your hard work, individuals, every single person who helped, and those who are assisting in the background, the unsung heroes. And once again, congratulations to the Winnipeg team on the new office and warehouse, and hopefully we'll be visiting soon. Thank you. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa,
Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'd like to thank everyone who's been able to join us for the inauguration of our first purchase building and office here in Canada. And I apologize for not being able to make it myself, but you're in capable hands with our team there in Winnipeg. It's actually befitting that it should be opening in Winnipeg first, considering they are our oldest chapter that's been serving the community there for many, many years. This office opening is in fact a stepping stone for Khalsa Aid Canada as we build out our infrastructure across the country. Having served here in Canada for a number of years, communities that are in need, we've realized the need to be able to access them in a more efficient manner. As the climate change, catastrophes, poverty, food insecurity, and other issues begin to impact Canadians, we've realized the need to be able to reach out to everyone as easily as possible. And this office opening in Winnipeg that will serve the community in Manitoba more efficiently is a stepping stone for us in achieving that. So I'd like to thank everyone, and I know you're in capable hands with the team there, and look forward to meeting everyone soon. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Now, before we wrap things up, I would like to call up Yadvinder Sandhu along with his team from Sikh Motorcycle Club to give more details about the ride for Khalsa Aid.
First of all, we are so grateful to all the Khalsa Aid team to invite us here, and congratulations, it's a big win for everyone, and to have a first place in Canada. And I want to congratulate all the team who put hard work to make this happen. So big applause for all of you. So I just want to give in a very short, like Sikh Motorcycle Club. Everybody is known about Sikh Motorcycle Club because it's all over Canada. And we have this Sikh Motorcycle Club Manitoba in 2017. So we do rides for causes. So, and we want to get awareness in the community, all over community, what Sikhs is all about. And as we have heard so many speeches, what Sikhs do for the humanity. And that's exactly Khalsa Aid is like on the principle of Sikhism. And the root of our group is as well, like to support causes like this. We did a ride for Diabetes Canada. So we raised $25,000 in Manitoba, and that ride was all over Canada, which was like the overall fund raised is $75,000. And then our members decided, why not to do a ride for Khalsa Aid, like such a humanitarian work they are doing for all over the world. And then we discussed with Virender Penji and all the other volunteers, why not, if you can allow us to do a ride for Khalsa Aid, we want to raise funds, and we are, as we all already know, there is so much uncertainty in this world. And if we see, especially in Punjab, the floods happen and what's happened in Turkey. So we want to take a step ahead to get more awareness about Khalsa Aid through our ride to different communities in Canada, not only in our community. So we are very excited, and Khalsa Aid helps it a lot. Like we have a page where you can just click on the link and donate for Khalsa Aid. So that page is through Sikh Motorcycle Club Manitoba, and we have a QR code as well, which you can scan and get to the page and donate. Doesn't matter if you donate 10 bucks, 20, 50, 100. So it all goes to Khalsa Aid for the humanity work they do. And we are so proud to be part of it. Thank you everyone for your time. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. And just to tell the date for the ride is September 10th. Right, the next Sunday, then the Nagar Kirtan. So the ride will be starting from Pipeline Gurukar, Sikh Society of Manitoba, and it will be finishing in Alai. So there is an Eli hotel there. So they are serving the lunch for the riders. So we want everyone's support for this noble cause. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Sorry, I do apologize. I know it's going on and on, but just one announcement. After hearing from Marcus and Devi, I just wanted to, on behalf of Virender Penji, pledge any support from Khalsa Aid to those who are evacuating to Winnipeg for support. Whatever we can do, well, when I'm pointing myself, whatever Penji can do and her team, please let them know. They will definitely stand up and represent the Sikh community, represent Winnipeg, represent Manitoba and all Canada to provide the support. It's very hard to be evacuated. Imagine leaving your home, it's burning down, you're running with your family. You know, the children, the students, it's not easy. So whatever we can do, definitely let us know. We'll be most proud and happy to support this cause. Thank you very much.
Anmol.